Ohio University Southern Campus is honored to present the 150th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the Glockner family of dealerships and produced by Ohio University Southern and its electronic media department. And now, here are your hosts, M.J. McKay and Sarah Diamond Burraway.
And welcome into the 150th edition of the Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade on Ohio University Southern Electronic Media. I am M.J. McKay from Cool Hits 105.7, and we've got our co-host today with us, Sarah Diamond Burraway, the Director of External Relations at Ohio University Southern. Good morning.
Good morning, and we couldn't have a better day for the 150th annual parade. I know this is a long-standing tradition not only for people in the Ironton and Lawrence County areas, but people come from the entire tri-state to commemorate the lives lost of our servicemen and women.
That's right, and I know Ohio University's been doing this for many, many years, and we're just glad to be a part of it again this year. And we've got a pretty full featured parade coming up, so we hope that you'll stay tuned with us throughout the morning here and just join us for all of the activities of the parade.
And as we start our broadcast, I just want to give kudos to our electronic media program. This is our student broadcast for Ohio University Southern. So the young men and women who are out here today behind the scenes making this broadcast happen, we appreciate your efforts today. And for our producer, Dawn Moore and Ernie Hall for making everything possible for our live broadcast.
That's right, and lots of stuff. And we, speaking of our Ohio University student broadcast, we want to say that our students are here in honor of Norm Beebe today, a great person for the Ohio University Southern Electronic Media Department. He's a great advocate for everyone involved, and he passed away just recently at 95 years old. But we are here to honor him today, to just commemorate him and to just let his legacy go on in the form of this broadcast.
Absolutely. Norm was a wonderful mentor to the electronic media students, volunteering in the program for many, many years. He was also a veteran of our armed forces, and his family also is part of the 9th Division here in the parade that is named in Norm Beebe's honor. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to stand today and honor Norm Beebe as well as all of the veterans who have served our country.
That's right, and that's the main reason we are here, of course, is to honor all of those who have gone off to protect our freedoms here at home and unfortunately did not return. So we are just glad to honor them and to be here, just to show our respect for everyone who has fought for our country and our freedoms.
You know, this is the nation's longest running Memorial Day parade. We probably have more than 2,100 participants in the various divisions marching and riding along on the floats in the parade. The city of Ironton expects more than 30,000 spectators to line the streets, and we see people out with their canopies and their umbrellas. It truly is a family affair. We have toddlers and infants all the way up through senior citizens lining the streets of Ironton today. And we're blessed with beautiful weather. We've got a nice breeze blowing, and it's very comfortable here on the parade route today.
Right. Yes, we are expecting temperatures around 85, 90 degrees today, but right now it's perfect weather, a nice breeze, it's just a few clouds in the sky, a really nice day for a parade, so we hope we'll be able to get all the way through this.
We received word a little earlier that the Ohio University Southern Float with the theme 100 Years of Honor has been named Best Theme by the parade judges this year. We'll be seeing the pictures of that float coming up here in just a few moments, but it truly is 150 years of honor for those who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country to ensure our freedoms, that we do have the right to assemble here today and enjoy the wonderful weather and commemorate those who've died in service to our nation.
That's right, and as you're saying, the crowd is, it's a nice crowd, and I remember coming to these parades every year as a child, and I really don't remember the crowd being as big as it is today, I mean, it's a huge crowd. A lot of people dressed in their red, white, and blue. As you said, a lot of kids. It's just going to be a good day for the parade and a good day for the crowd. I think we're all going to enjoy today's parade.
I think it's wonderful that it's almost like a multi-generational tradition for folks from Ironton and the tri-state community. The parade route starts down on Center Street. It'll wind its way through town and end up at 6th Street and Park Avenue. Our participants are of all ages and from various public agencies, private companies, churches, beauty queens, marching bands. It really is a great reflection of our tri-state area community.
That's right. I mean, you talk about, you hear in the news all the negative stuff, but this is one of the best traditions and one of the best positive things for our region and pretty much the whole country, being the longest running parade in the United States.
I also wanted to mention our Grand Marshal today, Brent Piles. Brent is a longtime Ironton resident, a graduate of Ohio University Southern, and a recent recipient of our Dr. Dan Evans Alumni Leadership Award that we give away at the Ohio University Southern Campus Graduate Recognition Ceremony every year. Brent is a wonderful advocate for the Ironton community. He and his wife Lou volunteer with various civic groups. She's a small business owner here in Ironton for over 30 years, and I can think of no better person to serve as Grand Marshal than Brent Piles this year. The parade is approaching. We are looking now at the police unit that leads the parade, so they'll be here in front of our viewing stand in just a few minutes. They're about a block away, MJ.
Yes, that's right, and it's good to see everyone marching with the flags and everything. Of course, that is what this is about, and we're just glad to see everyone here just making it such a big deal out of it.
The first division that's approaching is the Russell Long Honorary Division. This is a division that focuses on veterans organizations, and auxiliaries. And so we'll be seeing lots of our military men and women, the auxiliary units affiliated with them as they approach here.
Of course, they are being led by the City of Ironton Police Department, the fine folks there, always taking care of our city and our community. We're just glad to see them out and about, waving at everybody with the flags in their hands, waving at all the children, the Sheriff's Department, and just nice to see everybody out having a great time today. Of course, the small children in the back of the Jeff Lawless Sheriff's vehicle, so pretty nice to see the whole family even involved with that part of the parade.
Absolutely. Our K-9 unit from the Ironton Police, probably one of the hardest working members of the Ironton Police Department.
Yes, that's true.
And our officers on foot, with Mayor Katrina Keith now making her pass on the parade route.
Yes, making sure to pass out all the candy to the children, and that's a good thing to see, the children getting involved and realizing that the police and everybody are on their side, the good guys.
Jim Rowe is the division commander for the Russell Long Honorary Division.
And in front of us now we see the Honor Guard from the VFW Post 8850. They're preparing to give their salute.
And the parade bugler there, bringing a somber tone to remind us of the reasons that we're here today, to reflect on those who've lost their lives in service to the United States. From Veterans Post 8850, the Honor Guard.
Yes, a very, excuse me, very nice salute there, and just as you said, just to reiterate, we have just to honor all of those who have fallen and all of those who have served our great country.
Some of the spectators going to pick up the shells that were spent there. That's a nice memento of today's parade.
Yes,
Not
really
everyone
is.
will have one.
That's true.
And one of the things, too, that we should mention about VFW Post 8850, they do a lot of good for community projects in the Ironton and Lawrence County areas, supporting different school groups and youth activities throughout the community. So their service continues.
Yes, definitely. And coming up upon us here in just a few moments, we will have the riderless horse. And of course, that is a ceremonial thing there to honor all of the fallen as well.
Yeah, this is a long-standing tradition in military parades, the riderless horse. If you note, the boots are turned backwards in the stirrups, indicating respect for those who have lost their lives. The official banner for Division 1 being carried by some of our local scouts.
Yes, pack number 106 it looks like, so thank you for having them involved with us.
Our honorary Grand Marshal Roy Ratliff in a miniature U.S. Army replica Jeep. Our parade commander, Rich Donahue, with the memorial staff there. Hand carved every year. And Brent Piles, our parade commander there.
And of course, it wouldn't be the Ironton Memorial Day Parade without the $1 Million Marching Band from Ironton High School. Of course, they always put on a big show every year. And they will be stopping to perform along with the folks here. The ladies here are performing their little bit as well.
It's always nice when you see a marching band performing in full uniform at a military parade.
That's right.
Now the Ironton High School varsity cheerleaders with their patriotic pom-poms.
Yes, very nice.
Red, white, and blue hair bows. These ladies are ready. And the cheerleading contingent continues down the parade route. Lots of water bottles out there for those marching band participants today.
Definitely, yes.
Band booster parents have their work cut out for them on the parade route.
Now we see a couple of the fire trucks from the Ironton Fire Department, the engines here. Engine 5, and behind it, Tower 1.
The Ironton Fire Department is one of the paid fire department units here in Lawrence County, Ohio. The men and women of this fire department do a great job in community service, keeping us safe, and being part of the first responder contingent here in Lawrence County. Also in full uniform today. I think that's a great touch. Shows a lot of respect and honor for our war dead.
Yes, that is true. And we have the Ironton St. Joe cheerleaders. They're coming up right behind the fire truck here, so.
Looking nice in that black Jeep from Glockner.
Yes.
Glockner, also one of the other organizations here in Ironton that does a wonderful job in supporting our youth programs.
And we do want to thank them for the internet and technical support to Glockner, because they let us hook up into their internet in the office. So we definitely thank Glockner of Ironton for doing that.
Now there's a lot of community service coming up on this next float. This is our 150 Years of Honor Past Grand Marshals float.
Oh, nice. It's good to see those folks making it out again. Try to make it out and continue to serve the community that way. And the jet flyover now.
It's always a treat when the Air National Guard flyover is part of the parade. Those military jets flying over were F-16 Vipers from the Toledo Air Wing. This is the first time in 2 years that the Jets have participated in a flyover for the Memorial Day Parade. As I understand it, MJ, Air Guard gets dozens, if not 100 requests or more, and I believe this was one of 20 events that they were able to participate in across the state of Ohio today. So what a great honor for the military air flyover for our Memorial Day Parade.
Right, yes. We're glad to have them here as a part of our event, and we certainly love seeing them at all the events they are able to attend, and we just appreciate them and all that they do as well.
DAV HP Doc Riley Chapter 51, passing our viewing station. And there are many volunteers who participate with the Doc Riley chapter in supporting a scholarship for our students at Ohio University Southern. So again, that continued theme of service to the community is something that these veterans continue to do, and we certainly appreciate it at the Southern campus.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
And a float now to commemorate the veterans of all wars. We appreciate them as well.
And we see veterans of all ages participating in our multiple floats, representing the various conflicts from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Desert Storm and Iraq conflicts.
Yes, and we want to remember that even though we don't hear a lot about it, there are still folks overseas right now trying to clear things up and help things out across the world, and we just appreciate their service too, and maybe tuning in today on our YouTube live stream. And definitely want to say hello to everybody who is watching us on our YouTube stream today. So thank you for tuning in wherever you are in these great United States and in the entire world.
Our next float drawing some applause from the crowd. VFW 2761 from the Sims Valley community here in Lawrence County.
And also the American Legion 806 and the AMVETS 141. So appreciate all of them. Of course, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, reminding you to always wear your life jackets.
There's Bobber, the water safety dog, with his orange vest on. It's a great reminder for the kids.
Yes, and we are into boating season now, so do want to remind everyone to be safe out on the waters.
The U.S. Marine Corps League now.
Another fine group of folks there. Now we have American Legion Post 433 of Ironton. There are children in the back there. Glad to see everybody from all ages involved in our parade.
American Legion Post 433 of Ironton is another one of those groups that puts its money where its mouth is. They do a lot of fundraising and a lot of giving back to those in need in the community, and we certainly appreciate that. The tossing of the candy, that's one of the more popular activities for the younger parade audience members.
Yes. And Post 433 of the American Legion has the Lawrence County Memorial Wall they're bringing through, showing World War II, Korea, and Vietnam and Iraq folks there in World War I.
Post 433 and Post 590 joining forces today, remembering those who lost their lives in World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. And there's something I've never seen, is Uncle Sam on a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's a little different. Some very nice sounding motorcycles as well, Harley Davidsons. Nice vehicles there.
And approaching down the block, I do see our Ohio University Southern 100 Years of Honor Parade float. This will be the first time that it's been seen publicly, is today on our parade route. We certainly appreciate our student ambassadors, our student employees, and our faculty and staff for participating in the construction of the parade float. Of course, we're extremely proud and honored that our float from Ohio University Southern won the Best Theme Award today. parade pauses for another presentation of arms. It's a very reverent day today. You see a lot of people taking their caps off, saluting, putting their hands on the heart.
It is kind of interesting because just a few moments ago they were showing off with all the loud motorcycles, and then they stop and pause and honor all of our military members. And it's just sombering to see that they can go from that into just a nice, display of remembrance there.
It is a day of reflection and commemoration. It's hard to say celebrate when you think about the number of lives lost.
Right, yes. And as you can hear, they've started things back up again.
And it truly is a day of honor for our military war dead.
Very unique vehicle there. Nice. Not sure what that is, but it's very nice.
It looks like a miniature Batmobile. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it really does.
But the best theme award is the Ohio University Southern Parade Float. Our Associate Dean of Student Resource Commons, Robert Pleasant, and Teresa McKenzie, our Veteran Services Coordinator, accompanying our float. Division 2 now passing our viewing station, the Joe Williams Honorary Division. Division Commanders Chris Donahue and Laura Brown.
Family of Joe Williams, World War II veteran, just drove by, honking horns and getting a lot of waves from the crowd.
And all the way from Colgrove, the Dawson Bryant Marching Band making his presence.
It's along with the varsity cheerleaders from the Dawson Bryant High School. Colgrove Hornet Band of Pride.
Marching band support there in the John Deere Gator.
Yes, they've got their cooler full of water and things there too, keep them cool on this parade route.
First Ohio Light Artillery from Portsmouth, Ohio, the Gibbs Battery.
It's a nice cannon there they've got on display. In the Huntington VA Medical Center now, walking and marching. All of the staff and friends and volunteers there helping out.
The folks at the VA Med Center do a great job in providing mental health and medical health services to our military veterans.
My mother was a nurse there for many years. And the VA Medical Center foster home.
sanctuary of the Ohio Valley Veteran Vehicle.
Nonprofit organization dedicated to honoring brave young men and women of Ohio who made the ultimate sacrifice in service of the country for the Iraq and Afghanistan wars.
Let us never forget the inscription or the imprinting there on the Purple Heart. I don't know, is that a golf cart or a gator?
Yeah, I think it's a gator.
This may be the family of Master Sergeant Michael Riggle. The moving wall, Vietnam Combat Veterans Limited, bright yellow truck. Hard to miss that one.
That's true, it is.
I think there's more American flags seen at the Memorial Day Parade than at any other patriotic public gathering that we have in the tri-state area.
Right, I believe you're correct there. Of course, the candy for the children, that's the big one. I know all the kids are excited. They understand the candy. They may not understand the message yet, but coming to these events will definitely help them understand why we have events like this.
And here is the memorial family vehicle for Master Sergeant Michael Riggle, 22-year Air Force veteran. Also honoring the memory of Cameron Rowe from the U.S. Navy, Red Rowe, James Jones, Emerson Searer, and Tim Searer, Patrick Walker of the Army, and Air Force, Donald Willis.
Yes.
Crossing the bridge from Ashland, Bear Arms Indoor Range.
Let's see if we can make it in the bucket. I tried.
Now we have Korean War veteran Arvel Spradlin's vehicle here. The 999th Artillery Battalion, Company C, 1952-53.
You see vehicles of every shape and sort.
Some Daughters of the American Revolution, Captain James Lawrence chapter is passing by. And next we have a very large vehicle, a tank, looks like.
The U.S. Army Reservist tank. Although I don't think everyone riding in the tank is an Army Reservist. I think we've got some family members up there too.
Yes, I agree with that.
Or they're recruiting younger these days.
Yes. And the Marines are now making their appearance. The few and the proud, the Marines. I think we're going to go over to our own Travis Otworth now, who will be speaking with one of the Marines. So let's let him get set up for just a second, and we will send it over to him. So go ahead, Travis.
All right, we're here. We've got a Marine here with us that's in the parade. Could you just tell us a little bit about where you're from and what it means to be here in the parade?
Yeah, I'm from Dallas, Texas. Stationed out here as a recruiter. I recruit for the Portsmouth, Scioto County, Lewis County, and Greenup County areas. Being in the parade, it just means, remembering those who came before me and representing what they were all about.
Right. All right, and what's it mean to be in the 150th Ironton Memorial Day Parade?
Oh, I mean, it's a pretty big deal. I just saw the freaking airplanes coming over, and it just makes you, like I said, it makes you remember those who were before you.
All right, well, we don't mean to hold you up. Thank you very much for your service.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Travis. We'll check in with him throughout the parade to talk with some of the other folks who are participating. Now, Municipal Court, Kevin J. Waldo, judge.
And I think this is probably, if we could get some pictures of the smallest float in the parade.
Oh, yeah. That's cute.
That's got to be one of the youngest parade participants. She's probably too young to remember this, but her family will, I'm sure, remember her participation.
Yes, definitely.
And walkers in their 150th commemorative Memorial Day t-shirts. As Division 3 approaches our viewing stand. Carol McCauley Honorary Division. In this division, MJ, we're going to see a lot of our elected officials, our county office holders, and so forth, always participate in Division 3.
Yes, good to see them. I know we just had an election, the primaries, not too long ago, so good to see everybody out making an appearance for the public. Not trying to get votes at the moment.
Exactly. The Carol McCauley family vehicle here. Descendants of Carol McCauley's family, of course, riding in that vehicle and in the vehicle following.
All right, Ernie's on comm on camera 3.
And on their tails is the pride of Lawrence County, the Rock Hill High School marching band and cheerleaders. The middle school cheerleaders and varsity cheerleaders.
Once again, commending our Rock Hill High School marching band for showing their reverence and respect today in full uniform. About some of these band members marching in their mortarboards. They've already graduated, but they still have the school pride and want to participate with their high school marching band in the 150th Memorial Day Parade. We want to mention again that we are dedicating our broadcast in memory of Norm Beebe, a longtime advocate and volunteer with our electronic media program at Ohio University Southern. Norm passed away last year at age 95, and we're proud to say that he was a military veteran in service to our country. Many of our students and graduates owe their careers and learned a lot of great lessons from Norm when he was involved with our EM program on the Southern campus.
The Rock Hill varsity and JV cheerleaders now. I believe Travis has one of the cheerleaders there with him, so let's head back over to Travis Altworth.
All right, we've got a cheerleader here that's also in the Ironton Memorial Day Parade here, the 150th. And could you just tell us your name, where you're from, and what you're doing in the parade today?
My name's Mackenzie Clark. I'm from Rock Hill High School, and I'm here just to support our county and just to have a good time.
Now, what does it mean to be in the 150th Memorial Day Parade? It's a huge milestone.
Yes, I believe it's a great honor to be a part of something this big, and hopefully it continues and we get to 200.
Thank you very much, and thank you for what you do in the community.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Travis. And it's always nice to hear from some of the folks who are actually in the parade, and of course celebrating and honoring as well.
A large contingent of our Rock Hill Middle School cheerleaders coming up now.
Vehicle in memory of George Patterson, United States Marine Corps, 1958 to 1961.
George was a longtime county commissioner here in Lawrence County. Mike Patterson now continuing as clerk of courts. Commissioner Deanna Holliday walking with a young man on her hip, trying to teach the patriotism early on.
Yes, and Travis is going to speak with her, so go ahead, Travis.
Hi, I'm Travis Otworth here. We're still at the Ironton Memorial Day Parade, the 150th, and we've got Deanna Holliday here. And Deanna, if you could just tell everyone what you do in the community and what this means to be a part of the 150th Memorial Day Parade here in Ironton.
Absolutely. Well, I am your Lawrence County Commissioner, and I cannot begin to tell you how proud I am today. I've told several along the paradeway, I cannot wipe the smile off of my mouth. I am so proud of what this community has achieved, something that no other community in the United States has been able to sustain. And it's for such a great, great reason to celebrate our fallen soldiers, their families, and our veterans. And I'm just boasting today with pride.
All right, thank you very much, and we thank you for everything that you do in the community.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Travis. And as we say, we'll check in with him again a little later on. He's talking to a lot of the folks who are involved in our parade today. So,
Stephen Dale Burcham, our county treasurer, marching along the parade route.
And we've got Travis with him now.
All right, we're still here at this 150th Ironton Memorial Day here, the parade, I should say, and we've got two more guests here. And if you could just tell everyone who you are and what you do around.
I'm Stephen Bertram. I'm the Lawrence County Treasurer, and today we got with us one of our sitting judges in our area.
Yes. Hi, I'm Marie Hoover. I'm a 4th District Court of Appeals judge, and I'm so honored to be here. It's a wonderful event, 150 years of the longest running parade in the nation. So thank you very much.
I think Dan's almost that old, isn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe tenured that way anyway. Thanks
All
for
right,
being here,
thank
guys.
you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. You too.
All right, thanks, Travis. Good to have him there talking to all the great folks. And of course, you see the Little Caesars Crazy Bread. I could go for some crazy bread right about now.
I'm sure you could. We've got Judge Andy Ballard, our Common Pleas judge. Also, our new judge with our newest drug court in Lawrence County.
And we're going to speak with him in just a moment as well. So let's get things set up with that, and we'll pass it along to Travis again.
All right, we've got yet another guest with us today, and this one just happens to be a good friend of mine. Happens to be a judge, right?
On Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, that's good enough. Hey, just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do around the community here.
Okay, I'm Judge Andy Ballard. I am one of the Common Pleas judges here in Lawrence County, and that is the felony level court and the higher jurisdiction on civil cases. And beyond doing that Monday through Friday, I'm a parent and a husband, and we're trying to do everything we can from a community-based aspect, try to correct some of the problems in the community while maintaining the role of the judge and our job, but also trying to give back and make this community a little better for my kids. And I think that's a common theme right now with most of the officials around. We're just trying to make the community a better place.
Right, and we also can't forget that this man happens to be the man that spoke at the commencement ceremony here at Ohio University Southern. Has to be one of the greatest speeches I've heard. So.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. And also, we can't lose sight. Today is all about the 150th anniversary of this parade, but it is also the 30th year anniversary of the Kingsbury Rams City Football Championship. So a few of us were on that team in Kingsbury. We said we were going to put a float in this year, but we didn't get to. So I have to drop that in about the Kingsbury Rams City Championship.
As long as you get to celebrate that too. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Continue in
You'll have a great day.
You too,
See
buddy.
You all.
All right, thanks, Travis. And the Lawrence County Genealogical Society honors all military veterans, coming with their displays of some Civil War photos and different Army photos and all of the company names and all of that.
Coming up next, Sheriff Jeff Lawless contingent. We've got quite a few vehicles from the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department.
Yes, they've got the four-wheeler there, and all the different SUVs and the boats.
I wonder if the Corps of Engineers bobber dog is friends with McGruff.
I bet he is. McGruff is a good buddy to have.
Both committed to public safety, right?
Exactly. A lot of our law enforcement here coming up behind.
And when I was a kid, I always loved the police and fire units.
Oh, yes.
Because if you could get the siren blast, it was awesome.
Exactly, yeah. They are.
And you know, in some parts of our country, the law enforcement gets a bad rap. But I think here locally, we do have a great supportive community of law enforcement officers across the tri-state, here in Ironton and Lawrence County.
Yes.
And it's great to see these kids excited about the police cars that are coming through.
You got the South Point Police Department, and behind them Colgrove, and all of the communities in our county well represented here.
Coming up, the Chesapeake Police. I wonder how many hours these officers have put into detailing the vehicles to make them parade ready for today. Everybody's looking really good.
Yes, they all look very nice.
Behind Chesapeake, we see the Hanging Rock Police.
Behind them, we see the Ohio State Highway Patrol and a couple of their vehicles.
The clouds have broken up a little bit. We're getting a little bit more sunshine on the parade route now.
Yeah. Still have a pretty decent breeze, though, so that does help things a little bit.
Lots of folks taking cover under umbrellas and canopies along the route today.
Yeah, I think there are more umbrellas and canopies than I've seen on a sunny day for the parade.
And from across the river, our Boyd County Sheriff's Office and the Ashland Police.
Yes.
Joining the procession.
Glad to see them taking part, too. There's Sergeant Chris Smith of the Ohio State Highway Patrol. And his daughter is one of our former students. And being in the radio business, I've recorded some commercials and public service announcements with Sergeant Smith and a lot of the other folks from the Ohio State Highway Patrol and the Boyd County Sheriff's Department and the Boyd County Police Department and all of those. So it's good to see them over here in the parade.
MJ, I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. The full uniform on participants in the parade just really makes me proud and happy to see the level of respect
Yes.
for our military war dead. Of course, that is the reason behind Memorial Day. For some, it's the unofficial kickoff of summer, the barbecues, the opening of the pools, that sort of thing. But in reality, Memorial Day is a somber holiday to pay respect to those who lost their lives in service to our country. Patriot EMS.
Yes, they, of course, serve the tri-state area as well. They are good folks. I know a few of them personally as well.
Several vehicles here from Patriot today. And I think on a day like today, this is one of the few occasions when you see people from all walks of life coming together for a single cause, and everybody seems to be focused on the same thing. Everyone's getting along, and it's truly a rare thing, I think,
Yes.
in today's society.
Right, that is true. But it is good to see everyone just coming together for such a great cause. Folks from the Lawrence County EMS.
Division 3 is one of the longer divisions in our 150th Memorial Day Parade.
Folks made it down from Portsmouth in the Portsmouth Ambulance Service. You know, that's the thing we were talking about too. Folks come from all over the tri-state to view the parade and to be in the parade. It's not just an Ironton and Lawrence County thing. It's all over the tri-state. Folks from Boyd County and Greenup County in Kentucky, Scioto County in Ohio, all of the communities in Lawrence County, of course.
More than 2,000 people are participating in this year's parade. And I think the early estimates were about 30,000 spectators along the route, but I think we're going to exceed that number if we could get an official count.
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. Here's Smokey Bear waving to the children.
The fire truck and unit from the Wayne National Forest.
Yes.
One of the
kids.
hidden gems of Lawrence County.
That's true. It's, you know, nobody really even thinks about that being out there, but it really is a nice place to go and camp. There's a lot of fishing areas and boating.
The Upper Township Volunteer Fire Department looks to be leading a contingent of fire trucks.
Yes, 4 blocks of fire trucks. A line that is 4 blocks long. Don Moore, one of our producers, was just telling me that we've got quite a few fire trucks from all over the tri-state here. Upper Township Volunteer Fire Department.
There's J.D. Pancake with Upper Township and his babies. I would not be surprised if he turns those children into future firefighters.
Starting them early, that's a good thing. The rescue units from Upper Township.
And when you think about the vast square miles of Lawrence County and the rural terrain, some of these volunteer fire departments are really put to the test when it comes to first response.
That's true, yes. Especially in hazardous weather conditions as well, because they've got to go through all those county roads and all the back roads that could be flooded or icy or whatever the case may be. They've got to still try to make it out there and help save lives.
And every one of these volunteer fire units puts dozens of hours of training in every single year just to be at the top of their game to ensure health and safety and protection of life. Beautiful display of flags coming on an antique, or vintage, I should say, fire
Yes.
truck from Upper Township.
Yes, it's a very nice vintage fire truck.
Very well maintained, dedicated to Paul Bentley for 55 years of service.
Very nice.
I, for one, am thankful for this nice breeze.
Yes. It's cooling to us, and it makes the flags blow a little better, so you can see all of the different flags they're displaying as well.
Beautiful.
Behind the vintage fire truck, you see one of the more modern ones, Engine 12 from Upper Township. It's such a nice day out that you've even got some of the firefighters and the friends riding on the front of the vehicles too.
Tyler Walters of the Ohio University Southern Coordinating Council there in the navy blue golf shirt. On the administrative team at Our Lady of Belfont Hospital, and also supporting the Upper Township Volunteer Fire Department today.
We're moving into the Lawrence Township Volunteer Fire Department now. Tanker number 3. Of course, as you were saying, these are all volunteers, so they are out, you know, risking their lives and their safety to help out others. So we're just very thankful to have them as well.
Got a little jump out of the kids along the route, not to mention the announcers of
True,
the parade.
Yes. As you were saying, it is nice to have, as a child and as an adult, I'm not going to kid anybody, to hear them with their horns and their sirens and all that. It's just fun, and you know you're part of the parade when you hear that.
This little guy's got the prime seat up on top.
Oh yeah, that's the place to be. Moving on to Elizabeth Township now. Station 600.
Proudly serving 50 years. And when you think about providing fire service in rural communities, that often means there is no fire hydrant to hook up to. So we're seeing tanker truck number 3. They have to haul their own water to fight these fires.
We've got Aid Township Volunteer Fire Department now. Fire and rescue vehicle. Got more folks with that prime seat right on the top there. That would be the way to view the parade if you were in the parade, I think.
Absolutely.
We've got Perry Township now, the Volunteer Fire Department.
Some walkers and some riders. I wonder how they flip that coin.
Yeah. That's looks like some of the younger guys are out walking, so I think you're the newest here. You get to walk. South Point Volunteer Fire Department, and again, as you mentioned, walking in full uniform and riding in full uniform as well. A great way to show honor and pay tribute to all of our military members, and especially the ones who aren't here to be with us anymore.
And I'm still seeing fire trucks at least 2 blocks on back.
Yes, quite a few fire trucks, but it's good to see them here.
Some of the folks along the parade route readjusting their canopies and their umbrellas as the sun makes a little turn.
Folks from Windsor Fire Department now making their way toward us. Another vintage vehicle there, a yellow one.
You don't see that very often.
No. All of the gauges and nozzles and everything for the hoses, I wouldn't even begin to tell you what any of that does.
Rescue unit from Windsor. County EMA Director Mike Foster riding shotgun there.
And the Green Township Fire Department making their presence known. The horn there. Glad to see them with engine number 6 in the Fire and Rescue Division. The green EMS behind them as well, so whole crew at Green Township there being represented.
My father always used to joke when we would go to parades with all the fire department and police and ambulance representation. Who's back at the fire department? Who's at the ambulance station?
That's true, yeah. Hope there is not a problem while they're away. I do remember one parade that I covered a few years ago. There was a fire or something like that where the trucks had to leave the lineup to actually go fight the fire. So.
Oh my goodness.
That was interesting, trying to get them rearranged to be able to get out of the parade route to get to the emergency.
And I think they do often work together with mutual response, so they provide coverage one to the other.
Yes. Hamilton Township Volunteer Fire Department now.
Again, I'd like to recognize our electronic media students behind the scenes today of our live telecast. Producer Dawn Moore and Ernie Hall calling the show.
And also we'd like to say special thanks to Brad Bear and Mike Donnelly, who are helping out with the streaming, so you can watch us live online as well on YouTube. Ohio University IT department. And of course, Glockner Chevrolet for letting us plug in and use some of their internet bandwidth for the day. Got the Fayette Township Fire Department making their appearance now.
Thank you. Let's see if I got,
Got another vintage fire truck here.
Burlington Fayette Township.
Thank you, Don.
The Colgrove Fire Department now making their way through.
Travis.
The Colgrove fire engines decked out in the Hornet red and black.
That is true. I hadn't realized that, but yes, that's true. Of course, you've got the folks walking, passing out candy to all the children. The Lawrence County, Ohio Division of Homeland Security. I wasn't aware that we had that. But it's good that we did.
Absolutely.
Folks from over in Kentucky, the Raceland Fire and Rescue. And you know, we are set up here at Glockner Chevrolet right as the parade turns the corner, so got a pretty good vantage point, and they all slow down just a little bit to reach that corner. So it's a great place to be and to get a good look at all the vehicles as they make that turn. Of course, again, thanks to our friends at Glockner for letting us be here and use some of their internet to make our live stream possible. Chesapeake Fire Department with vehicle there now.
All she can do is wave. I think she's run out of candy to toss out the window.
Yeah. The breeze starts to pick up a little bit here, downtown Ironton.
And from the eastern end of the county, the Rome Volunteer Fire Department.
Proctorville Community Volunteer Fire Department. So yet another classic vehicle.
Screamin' Demon, it reads across the nose of that truck. And I wonder what the significance is of the Eeyore as a hood ornament.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, they've got all the flags there too to commemorate all of the veterans and the great folks who are this day is all about.
The Swiftwater Rescue Team from Proctorville.
Their off-road rescue vehicles. couple of classic planes now flying over. That's really interesting. The Decatur Township Fire Department. And I think we may have reached the end of the fire trucks. Moving on to some of the floats now.
These are some of the floats that were judged today by our parade judges, receiving the Parade Commander Award, a beautifully crafted float from Groups Recover Together, a new business focused on serving people who are attempting to recover from addiction. Groups Recover Together, the Parade Commander Award-winning float this year. And here's another beautiful float approaching with the 150 Years of Honor theme.
Division 4 is getting ready to come up. Yes.
Ultimate Treatment Center. And that's very unique how they have the images and photographs adorning their float to various veterans.
Yes. Nice film strip type setup there.
The media players, I had 3 in one of them, but it just kept pulling up the first media player, so I just put 4 of those just so we'd know it would get it. I'm up on camera 1.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're getting candy hand delivered on the parade route.
Thank you very much.
In Division 4 with our parade commander Lou Piles walking the route. Division 4 is the Eugene Roach Senior Honorary Division. Kalinda Cloud is the division commander. Vehicle commemorating Corporal Henry Roach Sr. of the 413th Army Air Force's Base Unit, World War II veteran. Friends and family on the float.
And up behind them is the South Point High School Band of Gold. South Point, of course, the band and the cheerleaders.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Give us a little token here for the Memorial Day Parade. It's very nice. All the folks from South Point. Still got some of the double-tiered planes flying overhead as well. It's very nice to see such things. We had the military fly over earlier, and now we've got some other planes flying overhead.
South Point's Band of Gold. The biplanes continue to fly over the parade route. On this partly cloudy day, one of the things that Ohio University Southern is doing this year for the 150th parade is we are distributing commemorative medallions along the parade route for those who have served our country, for our veterans.
Yes, thank you. These medals the EM department will be giving out to the veterans that we see here in the parade today, and on the front of it we see the 150, and of course that stands for the 150 years that they've been doing this parade here to honor not just the vets but also the community full of vets that have also served and those who have fallen, of course. And then on the back we also have the bell tower there at Ohio University Southern. Of course that symbolizes how much the campus itself, being in this community, really honors our vets.
And Travis, I'd like to add that these are commissioned by Dean Nicole Pennington and are being distributed along the parade route by the Ohio University Southern parade team. They're a limited edition designed by art instructor Tom Suter. And if you would like to have one of those for veterans along the route, just be on the lookout for our team coming through.
Folks from Our Lady of Bellefonte Hospital and the Bon Secours Health System with the flag there, waving it for the public.
And we see flags of all sizes along the parade route, and I think that takes the largest flag award.
I think so, yes. Mount Olive Baptist Church, Ironton, with Melvin Freeman, pastor. Campbell Chapel Free Will Baptist Church of Ironton. Sounds like they may have a singer there, so we'll try to pick them up as they walk by. Okay, that's the Joe Freeman band that we hear playing in the background. A couple of vehicles back, so as they come by, we'll listen to them.
The Campbell Chapel Free Will Baptist Church float from the youth group there.
My favorite teacher, Miss Mass, right here. Yes. Shout out.
And the van from the Backpack Buddies at Campbell Chapel doing a great service providing snacks and food and backpacks to the children to take home over the weekend for those who might not have sufficient food.
Now we see the Joe Freeman Band, as well as hear them. It's bluegrass rock as they throw in several different renditions of some classic rock tunes there.
Oh, here's one Bill Monroe never played. We gotta turn it up.
And as we were speaking of the biplanes that are flying overhead, pilots Bill Minnie and Carl Bailey flying World War II PT-17 Boeing Stearman aircraft. So it's nice to see the vintage aircraft flying overhead. We'll show you shots of that. We'll probably see them again as they make their way around. They're just circling around the parade route today.
Our Buffalo Wild Wings friends from the Ironton Hills Shopping Center.
And there is Wendy from Wendy's.
I always wondered if her name is Wendy Thomas, for Dave Thomas of Wendy's.
Yeah.
Possibly?
Probably, yes.
The Lawrence County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Growing Possibilities. A great organization serving infants through senior citizens with developmental disabilities in our community. The Open Door School, Lawrence County Early Childhood Center, and other community-based programs.
You're gorgeous. I miss you. Do you know who I
Some old friends reacquainting themselves.
I'd say there are a lot of reunions at a parade of this nature. Folks have been coming for years and years, and we get busy with our everyday lives and maybe don't get to see each other quite as much.
Right. But it is good to see everybody out here, a lot of familiar faces, and of course a lot of new friends you meet as you sit next to each other, watch the floats and vehicles go by.
Leading the way, achieving excellence, and shaping the future. A beautiful float from the Lawrence County Developmental Disabilities Programs.
And there is the big boy from Frisch's Big Boy. One of my favorite places.
And his hair looks perfect in this humidity. How does he do it?
I have no idea.
I think he and Don Moore must go to the same barber.
That might be it, yes.
Catering and delivery from Frisch's Big Boy.
Yes.
And I think we have a baby asleep in a parade wagon.
Yes.
No, I mean, no, I'm not hot. I mean, I thought you meant I'm not hot right now.
That's the way to go right there.
Yeah, just give me a second, please.
7- and 8-year-olds on the parade route from Rock Hill Little League.
All right, Don, we're going to switch this old battery out.
I wonder if they've eaten more candy than they've given out.
I think they probably have. Good thing they're walking it all off today.
Passing out big boy rings.
Yes. Ring with the face of the big boy from Frisch's.
Now, not everyone can say they have one of those, MJ.
That is true.
And vehicle number 2 of the Rock Hill Little League.
It's great that you're teaching. This is great. Thank you so much. I haven't called in yet. It's so good to see you. Oh my God. So do you live
We do want to remind you that all of our Ohio University electronic media students are here in honor of Norm Beebe today. Of course, he was a huge advocate and a great supporter of Ohio University electronic media. We're glad to be here in his honor today. He passed away 95 years young. Folks from some of the other local radio stations. We've got 92.7 The Planet, 93.7 The Dog.
Lots of our electronic media graduates move on to jobs in our local radio stations as well as media outlets across the country. MJ, you had some considerable time here in our EM program, did you not?
Yes, I did. I spent a few years aggravating Dawn and telling them how much radio is better than TV. and yes. And and I am now on Cool Hits 105.7 over at Ashland, bringing you the greatest songs of all time of the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
And we appreciate you volunteering your time on the parade broadcast today.
Glad to be here, and somehow Don managed to get the radio guy onto television. I'm not sure how that worked exactly, but here I am, and thank you also for you being here, Sarah Diamond Burroway. You are the Director of External Relations at Ohio University Southern.
We've got our friends from Abbott Home Care passing our viewing station now.
Spent a lot of time at Ohio University Southern, and even now volunteering. I've done a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff the last several years, and this is the first time I've been on the video end of it, on-air end of it, but really enjoy that too.
The Senior Center on Park Avenue, represented in the Lawrence County Transit Shuttle. The Community Action has a very active senior program here in Lawrence County. Their vehicle signage says, honoring the past, present, and future heroes.
The Ohio Furnace Baptist Church now.
Their Vacation Bible School coming up in just a couple of weeks.
And King's Daughters Medical Center bringing their heart and vascular diagnostic testing mobile center. Glad to have them in our community also, helping out. We're bringing their services to places that some folks may not be able to get out to the hospital immediately. They can come and see the mobile unit.
Folks from Cash Express
passing out candy for the kids. The Pine Grove Free Will Baptist Church and their Vacation Bible School themed Shipwrecked. Not sure who she's here representing, but there's that other university in Ohio.
Oh, you mean this is the halfway mark of the parade?
The Heal Our Nation prayer rally coming up in the procession. A faith-based and veterans organization passing out materials.
The Huddle House Jeepers. They are group in our area that goes out to a lot of Jeep and truck shows, and they support causes in our region. I know Amy for Africa is one of them that they support, and lots of other great groups that they raise money for in the tri-state.
Coming down the parade lineup now, Person-Centered Services, PCS, another organization serving individuals with developmental disabilities in our community. Decked out in their tie-dyed red, white, and blue stenciled t-shirts. I think we have some fans.
I think so, yes. You know, we also like to thank the parade committee, who does such a wonderful job putting this together every year. And I know as soon as they're done today, they'll probably start tomorrow for next year's. Lou and Brent Piles always doing a great job putting this together. And they always just do it with a classy touch, and they make sure it's all organized. And as long as this parade is, you wouldn't be able to tell that there's any kind of behind-the-scenes chaos, because they are so good at handling it and rearranging it, getting it in order.
It is a very long parade, and it does take quite an undertaking to get all the divisions in order and to get everyone registered to participate in the parade and to get them all lined up. I was just receiving a text a moment ago from a friend who is several divisions back, and they still have not started moving.
Oh, wow.
They are still lined up and waiting. Some Gave All, a vehicle in memory of William Brown and Francis Washington. Now, this is a new venture with the Ohio Department of Transportation. The snow plow trucks, that the plows have been decorated or painted by the different schools in the community.
Yes, the Ironton High School class of 2018 with all of the names of the graduates on there. Of course, also Bryant Schools, Pole Grove Hornets.
Their plow blade commemorating Homer Davison and Curtis Bryant, both killed in action in World War I in 1918.
It's the namesakes of the school district, Dawson Bryant.
Fear the sting. I guess that's their motto.
Rock Hill Redmond with their snow plow with all their sports teams.
With the number of school districts in Lawrence County, the snow plow contingent from ODOT is almost as long as the fire division.
That's true.
Sims Valley High School honoring our veterans with their commemorative snowplow. It's hard to think about snow and snowplows when we're enjoying beautiful temperatures today.
Yes. And we're glad to have these folks with the snowplows in the Ohio Department of Transportation when we do have that weather.
Yes.
South Point High School, class of 2018.
Nice touch with their graduating year, 2018, in handprints of their seniors.
Yes. The Open Door School Jets with their commemorative snowplow.
We've been talking about some vintage fire trucks, but here I think we've got a vintage automobile coming down the route
Yes.
with some special Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
We have Uncle Sam. Looks like Betsy Ross. And Lady Liberty herself on the T-model hillbilly car. Not Model T, it said T-model.
Got some more floats coming our way.
This is the past Grand Marshal Award winner, the Mount Calvary Free Will Baptist Church, Ronnie Blagg, pastor. Again, the 100 Years of Honor theme and the names of our Lawrence County veterans who died in service commemorated there on the float.
We thank
And
the
kind of them to offer us some cool water to drink.
Yes. It's a good day for that. Need to stay hydrated. It's nice weather, but you still got to remember to drink just a little bit to keep yourself hydrated.
A ballooned float from our friends at Serve Pro. Home of the free because of the brave, never forgotten.
Photos of military members with spelling out the word heroes.
Our Uncle Sam stilt walker.
Passing out American flags to the crowd. The 1949 Model C tractor there going by.
From the Ironton Farmers Market, Taste of Ironton, where later this year we will have the Wine and Art Festival, and of course the ever popular Tuesday night concert series.
And now officially we've made it to Division number 5.
Division 5 is the Francis Washington Honorary Division. Honoring U.S. Army WAC Francis Washington, who served from August 1943 to November 1945. Members of her family riding in the vehicle. Rachel Turvey and Kylie Howard are the division commanders.
Talking about some of the classic cars and classic automobiles, the Alhassa Shrine Legion of Honor of Ashland always has a lot of their hillbilly vehicles, and we're going to see several of those pass by us.
Members of the Divan from the Alhassa Shrine Temple in Ashland. You know, the Shriners do a lot for crippled children and children in medical need with the Shriners hospitals.
Yes, they do a lot of serious work, but it's always fun to watch them in the parade because they just do some of the silliest, funniest, entertaining things. And I don't think a lot of people really do realize how serious they are when it comes to helping the children and spending, you know, time and money to get everything so the children can get the medical treatment that they need.
The Shriners Hospital Transport Unit out of Ashland, providing free transportation for families and their children to go to those Shriners medical facilities in Kentucky.
Also, the Big Sandy Shrine Club, a part of the Alhassa Shrine, their medical transport vehicle. Of course, the miniature.
The miniature big rigs?
Yes.
Is that what we're going to call this?
I don't know.
These guys look like they have a lot of fun.
Oh, yes. It's always fun to watch them, too, because they run circles around each other and they do all kinds of fun stuff.
The Oriental Band pausing on the route today for a few photos with fans.
Yes, taking photos with fans.
And I'd say those curled-toed shoes might be a bit uncomfortable this late into the parade route, as they have walked a long way today.
Yeah, I would say they are. But their outfits are probably cool. Wearing the small vests or no shirts at all in some cases.
The Oriental Band is always a parade favorite. And I think they're just kind of regrouping and maybe getting ready for a performance, I would hope.
Yes.
These gentlemen perform in lots and lots of our parades across the region every year. They're getting their cadence on, so here we go. Oriental Band from the El Hasa Shrine Temple in Ashland, Kentucky. And we can't expect them to walk back, so we've got the van and the trailer
Yes.
to get them safely back to their starting positions after they complete the parade. Hillbilly cars and trucks are always one of the favorites.
Oh, yes. And you wouldn't think by looking at it, but they do a lot of work on these vehicles to keep them running, keep them roadworthy, and some of them, they have some special surprises. I know some of them like shoot out water sometimes and different things like that. So they do a lot of work.
And sometimes they find garments that are left along the parade route.
Yes. I think that was from their biggest fan. Posing for pictures.
Clan number 1, 8 Outhouse from Ironton.
Oh.
Another good-looking vintage vehicle. And did that gentleman have on an electronic media T-shirt under his overalls?
I see Ohio University Southern, yes.
Always a great group of guys.
Oh, yes. course, going by spraying water on some of the spectators.
These hillbilly units are also in support of the Shriners Hospitals for Children. It's just one way that they can bring a little bit of joy into people's lives. I guess he's a member of the Hillbilly Mafia. In memory of our friend and brother, cousin Jim Morgan. I think this is a lifestyle choice for some of these hillbilly Shriners. They look for every opportunity to participate and bring their own brand of joy.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing. Everybody brings their own particular slice of their lifestyle and their humor, and they're right into it.
Hillbillies helping kids.
Sharon Baptist Church now with their float. A tune.
The different armed services flags adorning the float. Coming up, the Tri-State Baptist Temple from South Point with their 100 Years of Honor for Our Heroes float. Like those throwback images of their prior year floats on their parade float this year.
Military uniforms on there as well.
And lots of sleeping babies from the Tri-State Baptist Preschool following along in strollers and wagons.
You guys need some snacks too.
Oh, thank you. Tri-State Baptist Temple dropping off some goodies for us. And if you're watching us live online on YouTube or on the internet, just let us know where you're watching from. We'll be glad to give a shout out to you, because we know we're broadcasting live all over the world. Ohio University Electronic Media. Moving on to Division 6 now. William Edward Jackson. Honorary division named after him. Memory of Tech Sergeant William Edward Jackson, U.S. Air Force. Sims Valley High School now marching as they've got their band. Cheerleaders.
Sally Inglis and Julia Jones, the division commanders for the 6th Division. The band directors and band staff are getting a workout today, making sure all the members of the marching bands that are participating are well hydrated, taking those water bottles and sharing that with the band members as needed.
Do it again.
It's always good to see the community pride that many of our graduates have, wearing their mortarboards and coming back and participating with their marching bands even after they've already graduated.
course, if you missed the live broadcast or you joined us late, you can continue watching now, and then you can watch the replays later on Ohio University cable channel on Spectrum Cable and Channel 25 in the Ironton, Ashland area. Also, you can watch it again online. We'll have replays of that available there as well. We do appreciate you tuning in today. And if you are watching online, please let us know where so we can give you a shout out and see how far we actually reach, because we know we've got folks all over the great country of ours and the whole world watching. So just let us know where you are and we'll be happy to mention that. Sims Valley High School seniors passing by. Sims Valley High School cheerleaders, junior high school. Good job there by the Sims Valley Junior High School cheerleaders, stopping to give us a short routine.
Coming our way now, the Linville United Baptist Church. With their float of members.
Names of some of their military members.
And that's one of the beautiful things about the Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade. There is truly good participation from all areas of the county, the Willowwood and Linville area, here in Ironton, from South Point, Chesapeake, and Proctorville area, all points in between. I believe that's our friends from Community Health Care.
He's on his way in.
Of course, good to see again this year, as we see every year, the Yvonne DeKay School of Dance Tough Enough Tumbling. Got their little dancers and tumblers out there.
And the dance moms and dads.
Of course, yes.
Helping out on the parade route today. Some of the dancers from Yvonne DeKay School of Dance, decked out in military costume. Yvonne DeKay is a longtime business owner in Ironton and a longtime supporter of the Memorial Day Parade. Lots of children have taken various classes for jazz, tap, tumbling, ballet.
it's children of all ages too, from the very little up to teenagers. So to see every age group taking part.
It must be hard to focus on those dance steps when you have candy
Yes.
to think about instead.
Yes. Some of the folks now from iHeartMedia, B97, TCR Country. And another vintage vehicle walking alongside him. Of course, Tony Cavalier, WSAZ News Channel 3.
News anchor Erica Biven at the wheel of the WSAZ vehicle. Genesis Respiratory, another Lawrence County business participating in the parade today.
Excuse me, folks from Walk FM, Your Music, Your Life, with the contemporary Christian music format.
And I think the next group of participants in the parade are our Lawrence County 4-H groups. The Barn Busters, a group of active kids.
It's always good to see the kids active in the 4-H and all of the things like that, especially at the fairs. You get to see all of their projects they've been working so hard on.
The 4-H program does have a large presence in Lawrence County, from the Clover Buds, which are the youngest, all the way up through the middle school and high school age. As you say, they take care of their cattle and their steers and their different livestock projects throughout the year, and then showcase all that at the county fair. Again, the theme of this year's parade, 150 Years of Honor, that has been resounded throughout, and I don't think that anyone along the route is tired of that theme.
I agree. The Pine Creek 4-H Mudcats.
The Andis Cornhuskers coming up. Strong 4-H presence for sure in our parade this year.
Yes.
Including a new club, the Power Ranchers, which was just formed this year. And it looks like they've got plenty of members.
Yes, they do. Good group of kids there.
High atop a hay truck.
They're very enthusiastic as well.
Kroger of Russell, Kentucky, with various commemorations for our fallen military and active military marching with them today.
And I think we're going to speak to one of our active military members, Travis Otworth.
The Ironton Memorial Day Parade, and of course this is the 150th. Hopefully you've enjoyed the coverage. And if you could just tell us who you are and how you're associated with the community.
My name is Maddie Mays. I am associated with the community. I live here near Ashland, so I'm not quite Ironton, but this is the oldest and longest parade, so I was proud to be a part of it.
And how does that feel to be a part of the 150th? We've asked that all of our guests. Just could you explain that briefly?
It's amazing. It's nice to walk through the crowd and see a lot of people coming out here and supporting it still.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the parade.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Travis. We'll check in with him again a little later on. Always talking to some of the great folks here along the parade route.
And our friends from Kroger of Russell passing out free water to folks along the route. That sun's getting a little bit hot. Justin Allen Memorial Committee coming up. We'd like to say hello to Gabby Reinhardt, viewing today from Allentown, Pennsylvania. She is the daughter of Norm Beebe, to whom we are dedicating our parade broadcast today. Norm, a veteran and one of our Ohio University Southern family, so to speak. So Gabby, thank you so much for tuning in and watching our broadcast today.
A nice Bel Air there in memory of Carl Malone, Korea, Purple Heart. Yes, thanks to everyone tuning in online, watching us. And we'll definitely give you a shout out if you let us know where you're watching from.
Malone Karate. A Lawrence County business representing along the route today.
Dickus Christmas Tree Farms and Miss Greater Cleveland's Outstanding Teen 2018. Olivia Fawcett. Giant cookie from Great American Cookies.
JJ's Halloween Outlet with a huge spider on top of that truck. I wonder if he knows that's up there.
Oh, I don't know. If I saw that on top of my vehicle, I would not be in the vehicle anymore.
Ironton First United Methodist Church. And we have Disney princesses coming up along the way. I would venture a guess that they were part of the JJ's Halloween Outlet group.
I believe you're right. Stopping to take pictures along the way with all the little girls there.
We have Cinderella and Belle.
I was going to say, it's a good thing they didn't have the Little Mermaid, because it might be a little warm out here for her.
Bell, whoever. Yep.
Coming up, a vehicle from Fiesta Salons.
And we have an interview with Travis Otworth with a couple of the princesses. So let's give it to Travis.
Hi, thank you. I'm Travis Otworth, and we're still here at the Memorial Day Parade here in Ironton, Ohio. And we have two of the princesses with us today. Usually don't see that running through the streets of Ironton. If you could just tell us what you represent today and your association within the community.
We represent Tea Party Treats and Sweets. We dress up like princesses for birthday parties.
And what's it mean to be a part of this parade here? Obviously, this is a huge parade, 150 years.
It's just really exciting to be a part of something like so much bigger than ourselves, and it's just so exciting to see everyone's faces when they get excited to see us.
Well, thank you very much, and we had to ask, How hot is it wearing those dresses out
Oh
here?
my gosh, it's so hot. We've been here for like 3 hours. We're dying. We're dying.
But it's definitely worth it.
It's worth it for sure.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you, Travis. We'll check in again with him in just a little bit.
Coming up, the Zor Baptist Church. They're celebrating their 175th year this year. So they're 25 years older than the parade.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Brought us a little bag of all kinds of goodies.
Decked out in red t-shirts reading "One Nation Under God." Ray Duty, Korean War veteran, riding their float, as well Lloyd Richmond from World War II, and Carl Kelly, a Korean War veteran. Zor Baptist Church.
Thank you. And they do have the Little Mermaid. She grew legs.
Division 7, the Ronald D. Miller Honorary Division, approaching us now.
The Green High School Marching Band from Franklin Furnace.
Yeah, just a quick shout out. This happens to be my old high school alma mater right here. Love them, appreciate them, and I just had to throw that out there.
All right, thanks, Travis. Doing a good job supporting the community. And of course, the Green High School cheerleaders.
I guess Travis Otworth, once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat, both at high school and as a new graduate from Ohio University Southern.
And he's headed to Athens, so get the broadcasting degree there in Athens.
So he'll make the most of those green Bobcat shirts all the way up. The Gem City All-Stars Diamond Dance Company headed our way next. Again, we want to thank all of our parade volunteers, the Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade Committee. Those folks work year-round to make this happen, one day a year.
Yes, and we also want to thank all of our Ohio University Southern Electronic Media students who are here. We are here in honor of Norm Beebe. He was a great advocate and a great supporter of Ohio University Southern Electronic Media and all of the things that electronic media does for the community. And we just want to support him and honor him here as he passed away, and we just wanted to recognize him as one of the big supporters here for electronic media.
And as part of our student broadcast, I think we cannot stress enough Norm's commitment to the students in the electronic media program. He was always willing to help and served as a volunteer in the electronic media program for many, many years and mentored many of the broadcasters that you hear and see not only on our tri-state airwaves, radio and television stations, but some of our graduates that have gone on to work in other markets as well.
Right, I know we've had several graduates go on to work for ESPN and some of the other national networks. So it's good to see, good that we had his kind of influence to help us get there, and then also I say us because I am also an alum of Ohio University Southern and a media person. But it's just not just to have him support us locally, but then to have all of our crews go out nationally and join other national networks and worldwide broadcasts.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that they carry a little bit of Norm in their hearts as they move on into their careers. Cheer Elite passing by now. The Gem City All-Stars. Getting ready to do a little bit of stunt work, I think. The Ashland Area YMCA Barracuda Swim Team. It's a competitive swim club sponsored by the Y out of Ashland.
It's good to see the youth active in all of these different things, the dance teams and the swimming teams, and we said the 4-H earlier, just all of the activities that the kids are a part of. And you always hear, you know, kids, oh, they're not doing anything but playing on their phones and computers and all that stuff. But if you come to a parade, you come to things like this, you see that kids are really active in the community, doing more than just sitting at home playing with their electronic devices.
Cindy's studio now doing some featured twirling of the baton. Another popular program for the young people of Lawrence County.
Yes.
I would think it would be difficult to catch that baton coming off that sun looking straight up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I find it difficult trying to catch a baton without the sun pointing right in my eyes.
I find it difficult to believe that you even attempt to catch a baton, MJ.
Well, I don't even try. Not even in my list of things to try. But the young folks, they're good at that, and helps them with their dancing and their other things in life. So glad that they're a part of that anyway.
Another vehicle here from Cindy's studio. And then I think we are seeing the dance and twirl royalty coming down the way.
Oh yeah. See some big trophies sticking out of those convertibles.
Mailer McFan, the 2018 Miss Twirl. Little Miss Twirl Queen, Audrey Salyers Wright.
Addison Fisher, Pure International Miss. And there's Pure International Young Miss Ohio, Cammie Bradshaw.
Coming up, the 2018 Little Miss American Patriot USA, Eden Smith, with 2 trophies in her convertible.
I think those trophies are bigger than she is.
I think you're right. The 2018 Miss Lawrence County Fair, Jada Smith, daughter of Anthony and Joni Smith.
2017 Lawrence County Fair Queen, Madison Kleiber. Or folks from the Ashland Police Department.
That would appear to be the Tomcat car.
I believe so. Kentucky's Perfect Athlete. Or folks from Carrie's Cakes and Costumes. Or princesses and, let's see, Batman and a unicorn and Minion.
And Peppa Pig. Curious George, but I don't know. Maybe that's not him. He's not wearing Curious George's clothes.
That's true. Spider-Man walking in front of us.
Paw Patrol.
SpongeBob, everybody's favorite. Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Captain America.
Any character that you could imagine.
Exactly.
Haley Frazier, the 2017 Dawson Bryant High School Homecoming Queen. Also featured in that car, the 2018 High School Prom King and Queen Jeb Jones and Bailey Willis.
Ironton Elementary School. Got a float coming up. Seems to be train themed.
This float from Ironton Elementary School was judged the Youth Float Award from our parade judges this year.
It's the Detroit and Ironton train theme.
Showing the iron furnaces and the Underground Railroad connections here in Ironton and Lawrence County. A great way to pay homage to our county history with the Etna furnace there. More of the Ironton Elementary crew following along.
Got their water and their coolers, trying to keep all the kids cool on this warm day.
And I think it's a great way to get the kids involved in participating on the float and helping build the float to really drive home that message of 150 years of honor. MJ, we have another viewer to give a shout out to, Lois Wellman, tuning in today from Ashburn, Virginia.
Oh.
So Lois, we appreciate your patronage of our broadcast today. Thank you so much for joining us for the Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade.
Yes, and if you are out there, someone else out there watching wants to let us know where you are, we will be happy to give you a mention and say, hey, thanks for tuning in and letting us know where you're watching from, because we know we've got viewers all over the country and probably all over the world watching this today.
The Isaac Walton Lake Association, saluting our past, present, and future veterans, bringing us Tootsie Rolls today. Thank you so much.
My friends there with the group, Jeff Spradlin, he's helping things out.
And they're gone fishing from Dead Eye Guns and Ammo, participating in our parade this year. Pathways Community Mental Health Services, serving Northeastern Kentucky, participating in our parade. They do a great service in multiple counties in the Ashland and Northeast Kentucky area. We appreciate their participation.
I'll grab the division sign for you.
MJ Division 8 is approaching. That's the Jack Andrew Blair Honorary Division.
With Division Commander Cameron Donahue. Headed up by Cub Scouts Pack 106.
Members of Pack 106 have assisted in the banner carrying in every division thus far.
A nice camping setup there on their trailer.
This is the Central Christian Church, Pack 106, located here in Ironton, with a great representation of the youngest of the Scout family, the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts from 106. And our kilted Scout leaders.
Say, I hope they don't get too close with that camera there.
Not with the breeze blowing, right?
Exactly, yes.
Troop 7378, commemorating 150 years of honor.
And the Girl Scouts, Troop 700, also making their appearance. Red, white, and blue decorations.
Got our best cameraman out here.
The Harvest for the Hungry Food Pantry paying homage to Robert Taylor on their vehicle today. World War II Purple Heart veteran.
And talent you got.
Volunteers of America, supportive services for veteran families. A house homeless veteran, so that's a great service as well.
Cashland, a local business participating in the parade this year.
The Open Word Ministries praise team now. They have a vehicle and some participants walking along behind. Looks like be doing some sign language.
That adds an extra layer of enjoyment for the hearing impaired to participate and enjoy with the sign language, American Sign Language represented there.
Incorporating the sign languages into a little bit of a dance as well.
Topic over today. With the parade.
I think Travis has another parade participant that he's going to share with us now.
All right, we've got another guy here with us today that happens to be in the parade and happens to be a good associate from mine from the southern campus here, is handing out the little wooden tokens. And if you could just tell us, obviously, who you are.
My name's Cameron Donahue, and I'm one of the parade officials today. I'm over the 8th and 9th divisions, and really I'm just trying to keep things running smoothly because it's an honor to be out here for the 150th anniversary.
Right, 150. That is
yes,
a huge accomplishment,
huge.
Not just for the city, but even for the state and for the country.
It's the longest running contiguous Memorial Day parade.
Right.
So.
Well, we'll let you keep getting
All
your
right.
cardio in.
Thank you. See ya.
All right. Thanks, Travis. And we'll check in with Travis Otworth again in a little bit with more interviews from local folks who are making this parade just a spectacular event.
The First Baptist Church of Burlington on foot and also in their church van.
Back to the parade, okay? Yep. Did you understand me? Garris. I said on those interviews, what you need to do is just show
Russell
enough of
Christian
them to
Baptist
identify
Church
them,
here.
Then
They're
show pictures of the parade while he's
float and
interviewing.
several children. And something you don't see often, a guy on a unicycle.
I didn't even know who. I didn't know you.
The Russell Christian Baptist, located on Etna Street in Russell, just across the new bridge.
I was trying to get my focus and you came to me.
You Can't Guard Me, Yo Mama, Old League Summer Baseball.
Oh.
Now this is interesting.
Yes, a basketball it looks like actually.
Basketball, you are correct. It's a new activity coming up in Central Park in Ashland. Men and women, high school and adult.
Looks like they've got several awards, trophies, and MVPs.
Yo Mama basketball. And coming up here now, the Ironton Lawrence County Community Action Organization recipient of this year's Civic Float Award.
Very nice rendition there with all of the silhouettes of the military members.
Lots of time and thought gone into that design and construction of that float. Division 9, our Norman Jack Beebe division. The division, of course, that we are touting a little bit more than the others because we are a bit partial. The family of Norman Beebe, World War II, Korean conflict Navy veteran. His family vehicle here and family walking in the parade.
And then Nicole Pennington, Dean of Ohio University Southern, and a proud military mom. Glad to have her and family service with us.
Husband Jonathan at the wheel there. The Pennington's son, Nick, is a member of the Marines. Student ambassadors from the Ohio University Southern Campus. Ambassador Nick at the wheel.
Ohio University Nursing and Veterinarian Services.
And Travis Otworth is going to speak now with our Teresa McKenzie.
All right, we've got another familiar face here. This is Teresa McKenzie, also from the Southern Campus. You know, what exactly does this mean to you? 150 years, we've asked this to all the people because it's such an important question, especially with the college being here in Ironton, 150 years. What's that mean to you?
I'm honored to be a veteran and to be in this parade. I have never been here, and to celebrate 150 years of honor, to celebrate the sacrifice that veterans who came before me have made, the ultimate sacrifice, it's a huge honor. I'm thrilled to be here and be part of Ohio University Southern's whole division. It's an amazing thing.
That's right. And how does it feel also with the patriotism that comes out of this? We've seen so many of those floats coming out. We have an American Eagle float here. We also have many more, and OU has been involved in so many of them. How does it feel to be a part of that patriotism coming out?
Again, as a veteran, this just fills my heart to know that this town, this city, loves their veterans so much that they make this parade about the veterans, about the sacrifice. I'm just thrilled to be here.
And it's amazing to have so many OU people coming out to support and commemorate Memorial Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Travis.
Our OU Southern Community Band passing by.
Frank McCown Veterans Memorial Scholarship recipients, Megan Murphy and Netta Fluke this year, so congratulations to them.
Our Equine Studies program passing by. And Division 10, our Paul William Saylor Division. Dennis Lambert is the division commander.
Jill's Tumble World with the children there doing some of their tumbling and dance moves.
Lots of energy left this late in the parade.
Yes.
The strength and stamina of these children.
Yes. Of course, the support from some of the parents and staff there as well.
And some of the Jill's Tumble World team riding on the float. Based out of Chesapeake with locations in Charleston and Wheelersburg.
And Rock Hill softball now. A lot of little girls there happy to be around. They've got their water guns out, squirting everybody.
7- and 8-year-old girls in that softball program. Now this is something you don't see often on the streets of Ironton. The Poison Apples Roller Derby Club.
That's true. You don't see roller derby much in Ironton.
In full gear with the knee pads and helmets. Part of the Huntington Junior Roller Derby League. Another local business from the Greenup County area supporting the parade today, Stanton Miller Pools and Spas. And as our weather is warming up, poolside would not be a bad place to be.
Yes, exactly.
A boisterous representation from the River City Bucks football team, the Buccaneers, interspersed with the football players there, a sailor in uniform. Their Ironton semi-pro football team, all of their home games are going to be played at the Tanks Memorial Stadium at Ironton High School with kickoff at 5 o'clock. For their schedule, you can look them up online, the River City Buccaneers semi-pro football team. Pappy's Cookin', located in the shopping plaza in Flatwoods, distributing menus.
Yes, looks like lots of home cooked type things there.
And their parade float set with the missing soldier, paying homage to those who've lost their lives in service to our country. We are all the way up now, MJ, to the 11th Division, Mac Dickus Honorary Division. Dave Bruce is the division commander. And the Dickus family vehicle passing us now.
And Dickus Insurance also.
Yeah, I'm looking for some insurance in case I have a heat stroke. Yeah, I don't sell that.
Coming up, I think we're going to see as many boats as we are going to see trucks with the Lawrence County Bass Boat Association.
Oh, yes. U.S. Navy veteran Greg Freeman.
And I wonder how many of these participants are going to go out to Lake Vesuvius after the parade today.
Sounds like a perfect thing to do. On the lake or out on the river.
Special thanks to Brad Baer and Mike Donnelly for their assistance on our live stream today. Until you're involved in something like this, you never realize all the backside support that is needed to make a broadcast like this happen. So thank you to our producers, Don Moore and Ernie Hall, and all of our electronic media students. That's one of the great things about the EM program. You learn by doing. It's a hands-on kind of program.
Yes.
And our students are learning a lot today as taking part in our broadcast.
That's right. And me being an OU alum, I can tell you firsthand, yes. I mean, I've been on all the aspects of it. I've been on camera, I've been on the audio side, this is my first time being on the on-air side for Ohio University, but it's a really fun program, hands-on program that everyone gets to take a part in. It's unique to this area because you don't have a lot of programs that will just let you, the first day of class basically, walk into the studio and start working with the equipment.
Another area business, Toy Barn Cars, with their special vehicle there. BWC Trucking of Ironton honoring Brian Bustetter, a U.S. Army veteran, part of their organization.
Eric's Propane, another community business, Lucasville, Ohio.
Our next parade entry in honor of Hardy Barker, Korean War veteran, with the Barrel Train from Barker Farms, an exotic farm petting zoo. In our final parade division, making its way, the 12th Division, the Glendon Roush Honorary Division. Matt and Selena Jenkins are the division commanders. And again, members of pack number 106 carrying the banner. The Roush family vehicle with a Meritorious Unit Award Victory Medal, American Theater, and Manhattan Project accolades. Lots of riders on horses in this year's parade. Various equine units. Some decked out with red, white, and blue top hats.
Yes. Red, white, and blue tie-dye. And
ribbons and stars and all kinds of decoration on the horses and ponies today.
Yes. And we're going to send it over to Travis Otworth now for a quick wrap-up. Go ahead, Travis.
All right, we're going to wrap up our coverage here. It's been a beautiful day at the Ironton Memorial Day Parade here, and mostly we want to honor all of those who have served and some who didn't make it through, but mostly Norman Beebe, who we knew and was so dear to especially the electronic media program here at Ohio University Southern. So thank you all. It has been such an honor to be here at the 150th Ironton Memorial Day commemoration.
All right, thanks, Travis. And I also want to say thanks to my broadcast partner, Sarah Diamond Burroway from Ohio University Southern. Thank you for helping me out today on my first on-air for the television side.
Well, I also want to say thanks to you because I think for a first partnership, we've done a pretty good job. At least I don't think we've embarrassed ourselves too poorly.
Right.
And I want to thank our dean, Nicole Pennington, for making it possible for us to do this broadcast. Special thanks to Ernie Hall, Don Moore, our producers, Brad Baer and Mike Donnelly, and the IT department at Ohio University Southern for making our broadcast happen. Thank you and have a safe Memorial Day holiday.